Hi guys, welcome to part 2 of the Boys episode 2. What's up guys? Say hello, Manny.
Hey.
uh,
Wait, are we redoing the intro?
no, this is just the beginning. I'll probably
Oh,
edit.
okay.
I'm recording right now, just saying, so that's just the beginning. Anyway, I'm gonna send a voicemail to my
Sorry.
mom.
Okay.
Hey mom, uh yeah, I do still want that reading. I'm actually in the middle of recording something for my podcast right now, which is something I'm just starting out. But yeah, I would definitely still want that reading. I just wanted to like have somebody else give me a reading, I guess, if that makes sense. It's okay that you've been busy today as well. I've just been chilling. You don't really mind. It's fine. Love you. I hope you're doing good. Cut that out. Cut
Dude,
that out. Cut that
I'm
out.
gonna cry.
Cut that out. Cut that out.
No, I'm gonna cry.
Okay, never mind. I guess I just won't cut that out then. Fuck me.
That's some that's some good son energy right
I
there.
really, really, really hope that
My
you
my
don't.
brother.
Okay. Okay. I guess I'll just show you my fucking setup then. Here, hold on.
Yeah, let's do that.
This is gonna be so garbage. I don't know if you can actually see effect.
Hey, you like you.
Hold. Oh, what's up, bruh? Oh, you got the. Okay. Why you got the microphone so close? Okay, that's crazy.
Hey.
That's crazy.
How you doing, man?
Okay. Hold on. Hold on.
Hold on, let me turn you down on my
Okay.
yeah, be chilling.
I'm trying to find the. I might need to actually. Oh my god. There was no plan going into this.
I thought you were gonna do it on Discord, but I mean, it's cool.
Actually, I mean, I could now be able to. Well, fuck. I don't know if this will actually work or not, but here we go. Hello?
This piece of shit setup.
This piece of shit setup.
Uh,
Turn the camera around. Shit, dog.
and this is toes.
Yep, those are my toes. What's up?
Just wave them back at me.
I'm trying to motherfucking. God. Uh, this ain't. This ain't it, Chief. This ain't it,
Oh
Chief.
shoot, is that like your audio tuning stuff or whatever?
Yeah, this is my. I got my PC, right? And then this is my audio interface. This thing is basically what's running everything. I got my microphone, right? Got my PC, my microphone, and my PC is plugged into my audio interface, which is connected to my microphone. That's how you can hear me through that.
Oh,
And well, that shouldn't be on. But that's basically this is a basic as shit. This is basic as fuck. Like I don't. You can't even see everything. Like it's dark as hell. Hold on. Okay, now I can see everything. You see this shit? This is what I'm working with right now. Say what's up to my toes, bro.
dude, stop.
You can't see this shit on your. Oh, wait a minute. Can you see this shit? Are you recording this? Like, are you recording your screen right now?
It don't matter, sweetheart.
Oh my
It don't
god.
matter.
Oh my.
Yeah, let's talk about this
Okay.
this page in the notebook.
I'm texting my mom back. Okay. I texted my mom back. That's all good. He's all good. So, previous episode, we was talking about some heavy shit. Fair warning again, more disclaimers. This is heavy topics. If you are lighthearted, please do not. Did you have any questions from the previous episode? Do you have any
I
like
think I think people would just be more triggered, more
yeah, they'll
triggered.
definitely be triggered. They'll definitely be yeah, triggered is definitely the right word, whether it makes you super sad or super angry hearing this. But the first entry was previous episode. If you haven't seen that, I mean watch that, seen that, whatever. I would definitely recommend it because this will not make sense to you. I'm trying to think of anything I would want to say beforehand too. I guess I've already said that, but I want to talk about both C and Debbie because they were the two people I was sort of explaining about before. I'll explain what group is because I sort of half-assed talked about that before. So it's basically like, it's a group activity with whoever wants to join, whoever. It was mostly like me and like two other people, three other people. Not everybody would go into group, of course. And you would talk
Uh,
about like one of the subjects was like black and white thinking. Like if you were to go to a store and something horrible were to happen there, And then you were to think, that store is horrible and that person that did that is just horrible, right? Instead of thinking
Yeah.
this store is a public place that people can do all sorts of things in. Number one, and that person probably did that horrible thing because they have their own reasons. That's sort of black and white thinking, like thinking like this thing is horrible because it is horrible, instead of thinking about it in a more logical sense. That's sort of one of the topics that we were talking about that day. That's what group is. I was mostly talking to like C and Debbie through that, and then we would just like play cards after. I played cards with them both like one time, and I mostly played cards with Debbie after that. Anyway, this entry was from the 11th. I didn't write down a time. I don't remember the day it was, but it was just the 11th of January, 2025. Of course, just recently.
At, over at where?
The mental institute that I was at.
At
Are you trying to dox me?
go ahead.
No, no, no. The behavioral health unit. Whoopee, whoopee. Yeah, it's no wonder. Anyway.
Were you just celebrating that?
Yeah. New lady came in yesterday. I sound like an inmate. Not a bad thing per se. Her name is Debbie. She is a 44-year-old woman who's ghetto as hell. She is cool as hell. The introduction wasn't what I expected, to be honest. She talks mad shit. She went through a shootout. I can't, but I can't imagine. Dot dot dot. No, I cannot imagine what she went through a few days ago, maybe yesterday. She's extremely talkative, sure, but also reserved. I'm honestly in sympathy with her. She does remind me of home. She was especially shaky. She is an exception when it comes to gangsters because she is a very sweet woman. We played cards and talked a bit, although still reserved when talking. I gave her a tarot reading, and before I gave another woman a tarot reading named C a reading as well. I gave her a reading as well. Her street name, Debbie's street name, was Diamond. Well, I'm gonna say that her name is Diamond now. That is actually her street name. She got the King of Spades or the King of Swords. She is strong-willed. Whatever she went through, she doesn't have to think about that anymore. She also is talking on the phone with her significant other and her mom. Swords can mean communication or the way we think. She was talking with another person while I was writing this down. She is tough on the outside, but she's a diamond on the inside. That's what I wrote. C is a soft-hearted woman. Although I'm going to say girl. She's got kids, but she's maybe mid to late 20s. I never asked. Very outgoing. She would cry over a baby doe in the road though. I think anyway. Her half-dyed hair is black and red, like one half of her hair is red, one half of her hair is black. It's not like they both have strands. She had the King of Hearts or the King of Cups. Cups can mean emotion. Cups can mean, you fill somebody else's cup, so on and so forth, with, happiness, whatever. It's a very strong heart. She is thinking, she was thinking she was a terrible mother. Others told her to alt F4 herself. She left a few days ago, but she had the biggest heart. She had already left when I was writing this down, but she was honestly she was the sweetest person there, if I'm being honest with you. That was just a small entry, to be honest. That was basically both C and we're gonna call her Diamonds now because that is her street name, not her real name.
These are her tarot readings, right?
Yep,
Tarot.
that's
How do you
the
say
tarot
tarot
readings
readings?
was what they actually got, and that's sort of a better way to explain it to them. I mean, to explain it to like the people who are listening, or to you, I guess. It was very eye-opening talking to both of them and getting to meet all those other people because even if you feel like you're the only one suffering in the entire world because you only know yourself and you're being yourself, that is not true. And I still hate thinking about that because I haven't really been able to get over anything that I've gone through in my entire life, even the past 2 years, even the past few weeks being at that institute because I still feel horrible, to be honest with you. It's not like I want to alt F4 myself. It's not like I want to alt F4 myself right now, but I still feel very sad. And it's just, why do I have to go through this? Like why me? But that everybody asks that, why me? It's because you suffer to make the good times feel better. That's sort of why. I'm done with those entries. I guess I could try and explain more about how I was doing there, what I was doing. Again, I was diagnosed
Mm.
with PTSD and whatnot. I guess, I mean, do you want me to read more of those entries in order to get more of an idea of how it was there, or would you rather me try and talk about it and explain it? Or should I do both and like explain it as I go?
What were C or what is her name? C, the other girl, not the 40-year-old.
The C, yeah, C.
Yeah, what were her tarot readings?
She had the King of Cups. I could try and explain it. So, the King in tarot readings can be very masculine energy, which means, okay, I sound like a fucking I hate sounding like this, but masculine meaning you get stuff done. You don't like sugarcoat anything. You just get up and get stuff done right away. It's not like you actually procrastinate. She had that sort of energy, but that it wasn't it like that sort of aura about her. But she was a woman. Okay, it's not like she was a very manly woman. She was actually a very sweet girl, like girly girl, like mid 20s. But she was very, very sweet and put her heart into everything. That's why she got the King of Cups, I think, or like the King of Hearts, because she was very sweet and she thought she was a horrible mom, but it was contrast to her theory, like completely the opposite. And as soon as I told her, I said, put all of your heart into it, and your kids will know one day. And she immediately just like she said thank you, and she walked away, and she just started to cry. She felt horrible.
Well,
Yeah, that's she just started to cry, basically.
she felt horrible, or
She felt horrible.
that's what
She thought she was a horrible parent. Everybody was telling her that she was shit, when in fact she was probably got the biggest heart there. That's C. That's C. And Diamond was again very ghetto, very strong-willed. She had the swords, right? King of Spades or the King of Swords. Swords can be communication, mind, will. They can be like air, I guess. Like we breathe air, I guess. I don't know. We communicate with air through our lungs and through our mouth and stuff. I guess I'll do the latter. I shall keep going through these entries and like half-ass reading it and trying to explain what I was going through. And I guess I already tried to explain how or what that place looked like. Very white, very marbly, basic dining room, a few games and stuff like that. It's not like it was too fancy, but it's not like it was too drab either. Drab isn't even the right word. Like plain. It wasn't too plain either. Yeah. It had other people in there. And they're definitely good people in there. Um, this was on the 13th, on a Monday. So that means, yeah, this was on the 13th of January. So it's difficult to think right now. I've had something called group with Miss Emily. She was sort of our teacher, I guess. I've had group with Emily for a little while. I've also talked to Dr. Byard again over a few things, some multiple issues, depression, anxiety, no sleep. Sometimes I think someone calls my name from a distance and wakes me up. I've had maybe 4 hours of sleep in the past 3 days. That is, no, 14 hours. Okay, I was going to say that, yeah, that would sound about right. But there were just some days where I just did not sleep at all. I stayed up an entire night one of those days. Didn't get zero sleep.
Yeesh.
It still felt horrible. I've had no dreams and yet I'm still awake and paranoid. I am not going to assume. I've had a lot of thoughts about my life and what I went through and going forward or how is it going. I'm scared, I'm sad, I'm angry, I am so confused. I don't want to Alt F4, but I do not want to live like this. I'm in a bubble of my own suffering. To the naked eye, it seems as though I'm wallowing in my own self pity. I am all those bad negative feelings and emotions. I am all of those negative feelings and emotions sad, scared, angry at the thought that no one sees me. Does that make sense? I am angry at people who don't see me. I am sad at people who don't see me. I am confused as to why people don't see me. I am scared that people don't see me because they only see themselves. The thought that some are spiteful or lazy, refusing just because it's absurd. It's not that they're not absurd. It's not that they are absurd. I'm sorry, I read that wrong. There are plenty of people in here like that, sure, who are suffering, but it is because they have been rejected. It's because they are also sad and angry. Even the nurses. Not all of them have been rejected, of course, because, they're not diagnosed with so and so, but they bear sadness. They hold weight in negativity. Negativity. They hold weight in
Hmm.
negativity. I want to help, but I can't. This is a quote. You have to take care of yourself first and foremost to take care of others. End quote. I am aware of that, but here's the kicker. I am afraid of being alone and taking care of myself. I am afraid of repeating history again. I feel as if I tried. I also think that as though I haven't even tried yet. I am used to it. We were born selfish, right? All we do is cry when we need food or a change. For many reasons, I feel like I'm an old man child. I feel old. I don't know if I am a man, and I feel like a child. It's kind of weird thinking about that. I've been here since
They have a
like
syndrome for it.
I mean, yeah, but I was so
Uh,
tired. I was so out of it, and I felt helpless. I don't feel like a man. It's kind of weird, but I'm like straight and everything. It's 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 really weird thinking about it. I've been here since Wednesday night. It is now Monday. I've had some time to think. I haven't thought it through, but still, the past 2 years I've been in this place was a ride. I'm gonna say Iowa. The past 2 years I've been in Iowa have been crazy. The past 2 years have been a ride. Bumps and smooth pavement, but the ride was short. The bumps are like jagged spikes of stalagmites piercing bulletproof tires. I felt like a poet writing that down, and I still. The ride was short. The bumps are like jagged spikes of stalagmites piercing the bulletproof tires. What the fuck did I even write that down for? Or maybe they weren't bulletproof tires at all. I don't want to have to move from place to place like a vigilante. I'm scared of being by myself because I need to be reminded to remind myself. That's why. It's like a bunch of thorns are poking around in my brain right now. Headaches from sinus swelling, like I had nosebleeds every night basically there, and I still do. Part like Partly why I haven't been sleeping is because of my sinus headaches. I have, not to brag, many issues. Like I said, mild to severe allergies from maybe everything under the sun. I have an injury, jumped into a shallow bed of rocks one time. Not fun. And now I have like back pain all the time and my waist is messed up. That hurt a lot. And that was also on a time I was on quote unquote probation. That it was not actually probation, by the way. It was just like my mom sending me out to the middle of nowhere and making me I don't even know suffer or like realize some things for like 5 months straight, basically a third of a year. I felt like I couldn't tell anyone because it was an excuse. I tried and it didn't work. Among many other things, it was my self confidence that was an issue. I have so much to say, but also nothing because I don't know how to explain it. Plus, it's a shit ton to explain. It's a mess. I'm a mess, and that's okay. I find it super hard to believe, though. Allergies, cracking limbs, hyperthyroid, PTSD, so on and so forth. Other people have this and have gone through it. I'm scared and I don't want to. I want and need help. If I go out there without my mom or without my sister or even Tyler or Manuel, you two, Manny, I'd assume the worst. I'm assuming the worst. I'm aware that I'm self loathing. I can't stop thinking about it. I want to understand why I have to go through the same feeling of betrayal over and over, even while I'm down, in multiple ways, over and over. It's not fair. I can't cry. I feel alone. I want to talk to somebody I relate to so I don't feel so scared. Someone I cherish. I don't know. My name is Miles. Gerald Miles. That my first name is Gerald. It's kind of weird to think about. Gerald Miles Dunn. I'm not doxing myself by saying that. It's sort of just out there now. It means peaceful soldier and spear for some reason. Spear is also in there. They're both Like peaceful soldier is right. Don't look into that though. I don't know what it all means. They also mean some other things that I forgot what the origin is. Peaceful soldier. I wish I could emphasize my name more. I want someone to listen and tell me I'm okay. I don't believe in myself. I get in my own head when I'm alone. It's bad. When I said I get in my own head, I literally drew like a rabbit hole and with a bunch of barbed wire around it. And there's like a pool of black fucking gunk and shit at the bottom. Like imagine like going into a rabbit hole that you can't really dig yourself out of. And you're just stuck in there. Like a fucking rabbit falling down a well. Not like Alice in Wonderland, like horrible shit. That's a horror version of that. I feel scared and alone, and that is all. But not really. I talked about some of my life here to other people with similar circumstances. Similar. I underlined that. I felt better, but I didn't, I'm not better all the way. But I still lack what I'm searching for. I don't know what I'm looking for. An answer, a person, place, or thing. All of the above. I feel like I'm an endangerment to myself. I can't explain it. I cannot explain that to others without sounding insane. Then again, I am weird. I'm doing more gratitude lists. A gratitude list is where you practice being thankful for stuff. You write down maybe five things, maybe three things, and it's a literal practice of being thankful for what you have. And, being able to walk or being able to talk, being able to think, being able to be alive, that sort of thing. Thankful that you have food, thankful that you have water, because some people don't have that. That's a good practice to practice, guys. I'm doing my gratitude lists. The nurse suggested it. We talked for a bit about life and a few other things. It did make me feel better. I still need my answer in my possession. A person, place, or thing, a pep talk of a lifetime. I need it. And at this time, as I'm writing this, I put this in little quotations, like little parentheses. There was another dude that was screaming at the top of his lungs about how his mom broke his PS1 and how his sister like broke all of his shit and left him for like by himself because that dude was maybe 40 again, but he was mentally still like 12. And I don't want to talk shit about him, but that's just everybody suffers in all sorts of different ways. I might cut that out, but that gives you context, I guess. I'm glad I never have to go through any other unbearable pain. I sure do. I'm glad I never have to go through unbearable pain. I surely would have dot dot dot, End of entry. That's sort of half-ass what I don't really know how to summarize that up because I'm still going through it. To summarize, I guess, is mostly I have a sour taste in my mouth from my entire life. It's hard to really taste that sweet right now. Of course, there is sour and sweet in every part of life, and having that black and white thinking can be it can be difficult to really see the positives and just the pros because I wake up every morning having back pain and allergies and shit, not being able to fucking breathe. I have a sexy voice, but at what cost? It's kind of weird. It's just weird. It sucked to hear everybody suffers because it made me feel unimportant again. And a lot of people from different walks of life explained to me how their life went and what they've gone through. The nurses and the inpatients a lot. I mean, alike. I mean, they both like both walks of life explained to me how their life went. And to be honest, it made me feel better knowing that I'm not the only one that suffers in this entire world. But it doesn't make me feel better at the same time knowing that my suffering is still gonna go on. But you know what? Nobody else nobody else's suffering ever stops. Everybody has to go through that. And even if I go through that, if I'm the only one that goes through this like specific circumstance, I am the strongest person that I know. Does that make sense? I don't have so on and so forth. I don't have so on and so forth. But I know I've suffered a lot in my life. I was born into drama. I was born into it. I've gone through a bunch of shit. But you know what? That makes me stronger, I guess. And right now, I'm still very, very sad, and I still have to get through all this shit. But eventually, hopefully, anyway, it'll actually brush over, and I'll have that. I don't know if y'all have ever been in a tarot before, but I would look up the Ten of Cups. That's sort of what I want, I guess. That's the only way I can explain it. A perfect life, a perfect like life balance. Eventually, I want that. Being able to wake up every morning happy, and maybe I'll have a fucking wife and kids and be out in the middle of nowhere and be self sufficient where I don't have to worry about bills and the government or like the world about to end or something. I don't know. That's basically, yeah. I mean, that's basically it. Do you have any thoughts on that, Manny, or are you just like falling asleep over there? I kind of figured that. I kind of figured that. Either you didn't let me know that you left, or you're muted right now. Not gonna lie. You fucking muted yourself? Check your mic and everything, bro. What you do? You unplug some shit? What the hell, man?
It's happening.
Yo, welcome back. How are you?
Sorry, I do not know what was happening. But yeah, I was gonna say, um, a lot of the time, you know, people will punish.
I'm sorry.
No, I feel like a lot of the time people will punish themselves the most. A lot of the, for me personally, a lot of seeking out a lot of religion helped me along the way.
I've been
Uh,
I've been through like church and all sorts of religions,
because
but it's
a lot of the
definitely
time
punish
it
yourself.
was always about, yeah, a lot of the time it was about me punishing myself or feeling like I need to repent for something. But there was this quote that I heard. It was like he said it was like a guy named Kimbo Slice who was talking about like the enemy was the inner me. It was a video. It was crazy, but
The enemy of the inner me?
resident.
The enemy of the inner me? What does
Yeah,
that mean?
the
Wait.
enemy is the inner me. That second voice that you hear, the
Oh.
doubtful voice. The you know,
The enemy is the inner me.
yeah,
Oh, you're dope. I see. Your worst enemy is yourself. That is yeah. Uh well shoot. Yeah, that kind of makes me think. Yeah, I sort of yeah, I definitely punish myself a lot when it comes to that sort of thing. I always feel like shit waking up every morning and I don't know what to
right,
do or like I don't like, but when you figure it out, it's not like you're supposed to know everything. It's not like you're fucking what's it omnipotent, omniscient. You're not supposed to know everything. You're supposed to figure it out and to get stronger as life goes on. It's not like you're supposed to, it's not like you're supposed to just know what the fuck to do. Punishing yourself for
yeah,
that, punishing yourself for not knowing anything or not being pretty or not being strong or something or not being anything, it just brings
right.
you
Whatever
down
you want to
more.
be.
Yeah, be whoever you want to.
Yeah,
Everybody goes through that. Everybody makes themselves feel like shit sometimes. But you know what? You are the strongest person that you know. You get through that stuff. You got that job or you got that thing. You got all that. Yeah. I eh, I sort of regret not like taking these certain job opportunities, but it was because I was so confident in myself, and I honestly was going through a bunch of stuff at the time, like still, because I just was. And if I tried that job opportunity, I feel like I would have been in a deeper hole than I'm already in, and
mm,
I wouldn't have the opportunity to really move in with you guys. I don't think. I mean, maybe I would have, but I would have been more hesitant. And honestly, I don't know what I'm
yeah,
doing. I don't know what nobody knows what they're doing. Everybody's a baby in God's eyes, but even God had to figure some shit out. You know, he was probably his own worst enemy, I guess. That kind of makes me think. Everybody will get to that 10 of Cups eventually, I guess. I mean, I don't know. Be satisfied with what you got. improve yourself some days, even if it's just working out for like 10 minutes at a time a day, or like, I don't know, eating healthy one day of the week. Yeah, that's better. That's better for you. How long? Okay. I
Right.
guess this
You
is
gotta
sort of
start
the
somewhere. You gotta start somewhere.
you all gotta start
And
somewhere, and all you gotta do is keep on building yourself up. That
right,
that
but still
that
be
pretty much
you.
sums it up, I think, for me.
Right.
Been recording for another 40 minutes just to like give you like more context and closure to this previous episode. I don't even know what to call this episode. What are we gonna like? We're just gonna
Uh,
call it like,
Actually, you should just make it like a extension or something like that.
uh, well, this
Cause
is
it
gonna
was
be
practically
episode
like the
two.
same.
Yeah, this is episode two. It's
Yeah.
not episode one and a half. This is episode two.
Right,
It'll
right.
this is gonna be
Hmm.
like behind the scenes is one way to put it, but maybe behind closed curtains.
Behind closed curtain.
I don't fucking know. It's just behind the scenes, I guess. It's not even
All right.
behind the scenes
So,
though. It's I don't know. But that's pretty much it for
all right.
me.
I'm
I
gonna
hope
go ahead and
shit. All right.
end this off right here. So,
Yep. I hope
yeah, thank you, man,
yeah.
for sharing.
Anybody out there listening to this, don't think about it too much. Don't, you know, one day at a time. That's pretty much all I'm saying, I guess. All right.
Yes, sir, you are correct.
Yep. See y'all later.